All right. Looks like someone's got a serious case of wanderlust.
Uh-huh. Definitely getting that vibe.
I'm seeing piles of notes, articles, travel blogs,
Hmm.
all about Asia.
Someone's ready to swap the daily grind for steaming bowls of ramen, maybe a tuk-tuk ride through bustling streets.
And who can blame them? Asia's got it all. But it's a big all, right?
It really is. I mean, we're talking a whole continent here. Continent packed with different cultures, landscapes, experiences.
Exactly. So how do we go from dreaming of Asia to actually, stepping off a plane and into that dream?
That's where this deep dive comes in.
Exactly. We're going to take all this amazing research
All these hopes and dreams.
and turn them into an action plan.
A real solid plan that gets you from daydreaming to, well, actually living the dream.
Okay, so let's dive right in, shall we?
Let's do it.
First things first, destinations. I see you've got a whole bunch circled here. Japan, Thailand, Vietnam, Indonesia.
Oh, and India.
Classic. Such iconic spots, right?
Absolutely. And each one's so different, which is what makes Asia so incredible, but also maybe a little overwhelming if you're trying to plan a trip.
For sure. Where do you even begin?
Well, I always say start with what truly excites you. What are those travel fantasies you keep coming back to?
Okay, yeah, get specific.
Exactly. Do you picture yourself, I don't know, trekking through the Himalayas, lounging on a pristine beach in Bali, haggling for treasures in a Moroccan souk?
Ooh, those are good ones. And once you've got those images in your head,
You can start to narrow down which destinations truly align with the kind of experience you're craving.
makes total sense. Okay, so you've got your dream destination swirling around,
Yeah.
but dreams don't pay for plane tickets, do they?
Sadly not. And that brings us to the less glamorous but oh so important part of planning budget.
Ah, yeah. Flights, accommodation, food, activities,
Yeah,
it adds up fast.
it really does, especially when you're talking about multiple destinations.
So how do you even start budgeting for a trip like this?
Well, first off, ditch any outdated notions you might have about Asia being a cheap destination. Because honestly, it can be just as expensive as traveling in Europe or North America, depending on where you go and how you travel.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
The cost of living varies wildly across Asia. Like a week in, say, Bali might cost you the same as a long weekend in Singapore. So research is key.
Big time. I'm seeing a lot of budget travel apps out there these days.
Those can be super helpful. They let you track spending, compare costs. Some even use real traveler data to give you a super realistic idea of what things actually cost.
Oh, that's clever. Okay, so you've got your budget somewhat figured out. I'm peeking at this itinerary now, and wow, it is packed.
Ambitious, I like it.
But I just got to ask, have you factored in any downtime?
That's so important. I've definitely been guilty of over-planning in the past, trying to squeeze in every single temple, market, and museum.
And then you come home needing a vacation from your vacation.
Exactly. And you know, sometimes those unplanned moments end up being the most memorable ones.
Totally. Like that time you, what was it, skipped a temple visit to hang out with some locals at a market?
Oh, yeah. Ended up learning how to make the most incredible curry paste.
See? Those are the stories you'll remember forever. All right, let's move on to booking. Flights, accommodations. The fun part.
It is fun, and Asia has so many options. I mean, you've got everything from high-tech capsule hotels in Japan to like traditional homestays where you can really immerse yourself in local life.
And of course, your classic hotels and hostels for every budget.
Exactly. So think outside the box, compare prices, and remember, flexibility with dates can often save you a bundle.
True that. All right, before we get carried away with booking our dream stays, let's tackle the less exciting but oh so necessary stuff.
Yeah.
Visas and travel documents.
Yeah, the paperwork.
It's got to be done. Passport validity, visa requirements.
Yeah.
Make sure you've got copies of everything.
Seriously. And start this process early, folks, because visa rules vary wildly across Asia. Some countries offer visa on arrival, but others require you to apply weeks in advance.
So don't let a little paperwork derail your dream trip.
Exactly. Get organized. Okay, now W, can we talk about packing?
Uh-huh. The eternal struggle. I swear, packing a suitcase is like playing a game of Tetris.
Oh, tell me about it. I am the queen of overpacking. But I've learned a few tricks over the years. Packing cubes, lifesavers.
Good tip. And remember, weather can vary a lot in Asia.
Totally. You might need everything from a down jacket for those chilly mountain hikes to a swimsuit for those tropical beaches.
And let's not forget about those universal adapters.
Oh, essential.
I learned that the hard way. Once got stuck in like a remote village in Laos with a dead phone and no way to charge it. not fun.
Oh, that's rough.
Speaking of connecting, how important is it to learn some local phrases?
Even just a few basic phrases like hello, thank you, excuse me.
It can make a huge
It
difference.
shows respect, right?
Exactly. Plus, it can lead to some really fun interactions. People appreciate the effort. Absolutely. Okay, on to the not so fun, but definitely important stuff. Staying safe and healthy. First things first, check those travel advisories.
Yes, always a good idea, even if you're going somewhere familiar. Things can change.
Make sure your routine vaccinations are up to date.
And research if there are any additional ones recommended for your specific destinations.
And travel insurance. Non-negotiable.
Absolutely. It's worth it for the peace of mind.
Totally agree. Anything else on the safety front?
Oh, just a reminder that customs and cultural sensitivities vary greatly across Asia. What might be considered polite in one country could be offensive in another, so...
Do your research?
Yep. Like, for instance, in some cultures, it's considered rude to point with your index finger.
Oh, interesting. Good to know. All right, we've covered a lot of ground here. But before we wrap up, I want to leave our listeners with some inspiration.
Hit us with it.
Embrace the unexpected. Some of the best travel memories come from those spontaneous moments, the detours, the chance encounters.
Absolutely. Don't be afraid to deviate from the plan if something sparks your interest. Some of my most treasured travel memories come from those moments where I just went with the flow.
So there you have it. We've gone from a jumble of Asia dreams to a solid plan.
You've got the tools, the knowledge. Now it's time to turn those dreams into reality.
Yes. And as you finalize those plans, I want you to think about something. What kind of connection are you hoping to make with Asia?
Ooh, I like that.
Is it about connecting with the people, the history, the incredible spirituality of the region?
Let that intention guide your journey. Trust me, it'll make your trip even more meaningful.
Beautifully said. Your Asia adventure awaits.
Safe travels.
Enjoy every moment. Embrace the unexpected. And most importantly, have fun.
Have fun. How